We're back in Wide World's New York studios, as you can readily see, and now the champion of the world and myself want to take you to the Houston Astrodome for the first round of the heavyweight defense. Muhammad Ali against Cleveland Williams. Champ, there you are, staring fixedly at Williams, but he's not looking at you.
Well, yes, I noticed he didn't try to get his attention. I always size up all of my opponents. I've been doing this for 12 years now, ever since I was an amateur. I usually size him up, look at his muscles, his arms, and as you can see, Williams is a real built fella.
Curiously, he didn't even warm up before that fight. You're now saying your prayers.
I always say my prayers just before the fight. That's where my strength lies. Now, you see me warming up to Ali Shuffle. That's a new dance I've just created. Later in the fight, I will demonstrate it. And this was the first time that I revealed this to the public. As you can see, Williams is tall, he's trim, he's built good, he's got a good, long, fast left. I was really surprised. I didn't believe that he was as fast as he was because he really kept me moving. And as you know, he hits awful hard.
You really believe he was fast?
Yes, if you watch it, you'll see.
I'll say this, he tried in the boxing jargon to cut the ring in half.
He's trying to cut me off, but he's not fast as far as footwork is concerned. But his hands are swift and tricky.
Now, the viewers will note that for almost a minute of this round, you virtually did not seek to deliver a blow.
No, I didn't.
Why not?
I was just filling him out, testing his strength, letting him have a chance to throw a few punches just to see if I could get away. I just dodged a left jab there. And I have to admit, I was a little fearful of his hitting power because I could feel the wind from the misses.
Now, after a minute of dancing like this, you had developed the confidence to attack, hadn't you?
Well, yes, I have to feel him out. Been in the ring with a top-notch professional and never been in the ring with him before. It's kind of hard to learn him, and everything is at stake, and you can't afford to make one mistake, so always dedicate a round or two to just warming up. Barry tried to corner me. His whole tactic and plan is to corner me. And mine is to hit and not be hit. Yeah, I just did a little Ali Shuffle, and that confused him for a second and got me out of that corner. There, I just caught it with a good left to the body, a left to the head, another jab to the head. I'm feeling him out now. I'm feeling pretty good. And I want to apologize again to the public for my hoarseness. Caught a little cold in Alabama there at the Tuskegee University. He's waiting, taking his time, waiting for that one punch. And I'm just concentrating on prancing and dancing and hitting and not being hit. But if you watch his hands, he's pretty fast. There, I just caught him with a...
Not as fast as you.
Right hand over there. Oh, that's natural. He's not as fast as me, but he's fast.
No,
I just hit him with 2 or 3 good solid punches. That was Ali Shuffle there.
Leaving aside the Ali Shuffle, you are hitting to the belly in this fight you never did before. Why? Because the man had a bullet in his lower stomach?
Not that, Howard. I think that's nice to say things like that, and I wouldn't do nothing like that. I don't think the boxing commissioners and the governor of the state and everybody, they wouldn't allow the fight if he wasn't physically fit, but he was tall. And when a man is tall, it's easy for me to hit him in his body.
Yet you have to drop your guard to hit to the stomach, and you always want to protect your face.
Well, yes, I'm not getting hit. I have my way of protecting my face, and you see me doing it now.
And so that was the end of round 1, champ, and I think the key thing in that round was you knew as it ended, you could beat him.
Sir, I didn't understand.
You knew as that round ended that you could beat this man.
Well, I knew that I was ahead, and I knew that if I didn't get tagged, I would beat him. I think I'll beat any man today alive if he don't really hurt me. But as far as boxing and dancing and outpointing a man is concerned, no heavyweight around can keep up with me.
All right, champ, we're going to go right to round 2. We'll be back in just a minute. Champ, just before we show this second round, when you deck Williams 3 times, will you finally admit that you went into this fight back in the United States wanting to prove something? Will you admit it?
Well, no, excuse me. I have to tell you the truth, I'm never really out to prove nothing. If I have to prove anything, it's to myself, not to nobody else.
Well, that's only partly true, because you wanted to prove to the boxing public and to the communications fraternity that covers boxing that you could punch, that you could be a great champion in their eyes.
Well, I will say this, Howard. I don't think that if I wanted to prove that I could punch, I'm going to have to punch out somebody like Ernie Terrell, someone who's never really been knocked out. I don't think I should prove that I have to punch on people like Cleveland Williams, who used to be tops, I would say, like 6 or 7 years ago. So I wouldn't take the credit of beating Cleveland Williams as proving nothing to the public.
All right, let's take a look at round 2. And the public will see you deck this man not once, but several times. The action's about to begin, and I think Cleveland still had some hope.
There you see me feeling him out. I hit him with 2 light jabs to the body. The punches to the body are not to really do no damage. It's just to hold him off for a second until I change to another course. That was a left hook. It hit him, but it wasn't too much power behind it. There he almost caught me with a hook. Now he's working me to the corner. That hook hit him and his right cross missed. You notice he's trying to walk me into a corner. I just hit him with a left jab. I missed that one.
As you noted in the first round, cornering the opponent has been Williams' successful tactic in the past.
Then he can, get his leverage and tag you. There he looked like he had me there. I just missed a good uppercut, but I'm moving a little too fast for him. The referee was smart. When he clinched us, he didn't stay there too long. He got right out.
Your left is getting to him all the time.
He's keeping his guard high, as you can see. He realizes that I am fast, but he was concentrating on blocking every punch, but I found the opening. There I just caught him with another left hand, another left one. And the hard thing about my style is that I'm always prancing and dancing, and keeping up the rhythm of moving and hitting too is a little complicated at times.
Gets tiring too, doesn't it?
It can get tiresome.
You were up around 212.
I just caught him with 2 jabs in the right hand. Yes, my weight was 212 at night. I felt good. That's the same weight I felt when I won the title from Liston the first time. He's following me. One thing he did wrong, he made a big mistake when he came after me. The plan was, I understand, was to wait for me to come to him, but all through this fight, he came to me.
That's because he couldn't change.
There, I just hit him with a solid 1-2 punch that he didn't expect, and he's a little dazed now. And as you see, he's not too anxious to fight. He's taking every second that he can to recuperate. Here I lead with a right, and those punches missed, but that jab caught him, and that hook caught him. Man, I can't keep up with my own punches here. There, I figured he would stay down, but I see he got back up. He's really determined.
Why fling your arms upward like that?
Well, that's my victory pose. That's a habit ever since I started boxing. Whenever a man falls, I automatically throw my hands up. There I just caught him with 2 lefts and a right hand. That caught him solid. And there he stretched out in the same pose Sonny Liston was when he was hit with the same right hand.
Don't you think they should have stopped the fight here?
Well, I think they should have, but they had about 35,000 people there. So much was at stake. There was a Houston boy, and they had a slim chance at getting a crown there in Texas. And I guess they used every opportunity they could, which is just natural.
Well, that's the way it went in that second round, and by then it was clear to all of us in the Astrodome that you had this bout well in hand. And what I'm going to want to do with you now is take you back into that round in slow motion so that the fans can see you execute those 3 knockdowns with a nicety and exactitude that they haven't been able to